Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's move on to class. So last class, so we discussed about what is EC2 and how to create EC2. Clear, right? So if you want to create any virtual machine VM, shortcut we are calling VM or instance, both are same. If you want to create any instance, so if you want to create any EC2 instance in AWS and how to create EC2 instance, and mostly if you want to create a surname, that is image AMI Amazon mission image, and this is a step. And next only we selected yesterday what are the steps we selected. Second one, type, correct, instance type, this is important, right? Mostly instance type. Next we created what we created, key pair, correct, key pair. With the help of key pair, so remaining and all I didn't select anything. So remaining all I didn't select anything. So AMI and instance type and key pair. AMI instance type and key pair. Mm. So yesterday we created this with the help of we created one instance. We created one instance. We created one instance, and so we connected to instance. Now, so as these are the some basic things. As of now, I selected some basic things, and so I created. Now, if you want to create any instance, there is few more steps also mandatory in real time. So for the practice purpose, that and all, so not mandatory. But really, if you want to create entire setup, if you want to create entire setup network, and so that and all, and that case we need to learn a few more things. So now if we go here, so yesterday this is service, click on EC2 service. Under EC2 service, so if we click on instances, and I don't have any, there is one instance available. So this is yesterday we created, right? See, now it is in stopped. If you want to work with the same instance, select this instance and go to here action point, sorry, state, instance state, click on the start instance. This is the start instance. It's like I said, how we are switch on your laptop, how we are switch on your desktop and all. So maybe if you want to, we can select this one and go to instance state and click on the start instance. So like way we are creating, we are connecting. Now, so there is one more very important concept, VPC. So there is one more important concept, VPC. So if you go here, if you search here VPC, this is the global search, right? If you search VPC, and here we can see here isolated cloud resources, and these are the topmost features. So under the VPC, we can create, see here your VPC, subnet, route table, internet gateway, and so ingress. This is the security group. This is the security group. So if you configure this and all, so that is the full-fledged VPC configuration setup and all. Okay. Now before we move on to VPC, now left side also we can see. So if we click on VPC, left side we can see page will change, and here we can see here few more options. Your VPC. So what are the VPCs and all? What are the VPCs and all? So right now this is the default VPC, and these are the subnets. If you see here, this is the default subnets, and see route table. This is the default route table, and this is the internet gateway. So these are very important. So interview also most of the cases, so they are asking what is VPC and what is subnet. If you come to under subnet, there is again this is very important. Interview purpose, most of people VPC, and so under VPC we are going to create a subnets. We are going to subnets. Under subnets, there is two types of subnets. One is public subnet. One is public subnet. One is public subnet. Another one is private subnet. This is a private subnet, and we are going to create a route table. So we are going to create a route table and internet gateway and also subnet in the security groups. Security group. So we need to learn these are the basic things. Interview also most of the people so they are asking. Okay, very important. So just we'll see first simply how it will work. Later we'll get more on this. Now let me come to here. First warly we'll see what is subnet and how it will work. AWS under AWS VPC. Okay. So now VPC is the this is virtual private cloud. This is a one service. So now you know one service, right? Which service you know? EC2. That is the virtual machine. This is the one service EC2. How to create EC2 and all you know some idea. So not all options. So at least you know how to create EC2 and all. Now, so if I go here, if I click on here EC2, first come to here EC2, we'll see I'm going to create quickly one. So how to create EC2 guys? So click on here launch instance and so instance name DevApps. This is the tag name DevApps. I am giving so DevApps so VM2 or VC2 is to VM virtual machine to just I am giving. Okay. Here I am selecting so this is the AMI. I already know right AMI Amazon Machine Image. Which AMI you want? I want Linux. And what is the instance type? So for practice purpose free tier enough, just select free tier. See here, that's it. And key pair I am using existing. So earlier I creating only new key pair. I don't have any key right now. Already yesterday I created one key pair, right? I can select here. See here, if you want to we can create new key pair, or else if you already if you have key pair, no need to create a key pair, just select existing. Which key pair yesterday I created? DevApps key, correct? See here, so already created key pairs and all visible here, and so just select existing key pair, that's it. Now if you come to network settings, yesterday I didn't select this and all, by default so it is selected. See here, this is the VPC. So if you want to we can go and search here, this is the default VPC. See here, and I'm going to open one more duplicate. I'm going to open one more duplicate, and so click on service, click on EC VPC. Just I'm showing, later we'll create. Okay. So if you click on VPC, now see here 045A. Now observe here 045A. Now got it. This is as of this is the default VPC or a created VPC, custom VPC. I didn't create anything, correct? By default, AWS people they are providing one VPC. So by default, if you create any instance, it is selected. See here. So this is the default VPC. Now if you come to subnets, now here also there is one subnet also available. If you want to, we can click on here. If you click on edit, if you click on edit, see here, this is the VPC. This is the IP address. This is the IP address 172.31.0.0.16 default VPC. Now subnets. If you click on subnets, now see here. So this is the subnets. So three subnets available. Now if you want to we can check it here. See three subnets. One is first one is D2. See here, if you click on subnets D2 and 3E, one more subnet 3E and one more subnet 0C. These are the subnets. Now see here, this is the IP address, elastic IP, auto IP address default, and security group. Here it is selected default launch wizard 5. Now if you want to we can check security group also. Here security group and launch wizard 5. There is one security group available. Where is that? Which one that is? Launch wizard 5. So which one? That one? Wizard 5,
Mm.
4 the available. If anyone. Launch Wizard 3, 4, 2. Where is 5? File. Okay. Now we can check here also. Go to your instance. EC2, 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 EC2. Click on instances. And first start instance. Here also we can check it. So here also we can check it. Start instance. State. Just start it.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Yeah, sir. Yesterday I created account AWS account, sir,
Okay.
but it took 24 hours time, sir. Why, sir?
I phone is
For activating the
activate.
account.
So usually
Yeah.
initial it is 24 hours on, but now immediately it is activating. Not like that.
Then after I will get any mail, sir, or else automatically it
Can
will
you share
activate,
your
sir.
screen?
No, sir. I am actually using mobile, sir.
Mobile. Okay.
Yeah.
If you want, we can share. We'll see. So it is
Sure,
really
sir.
actually immediately it will activate within 2 3 minutes.
Okay, okay,
Earlier,
sir. I need.
1 year back, it will taking 24 hours only. But now
Okay.
recently they changed. But I don't know. Recently I didn't create anything. Already existing account we are using. So did you get any email?
No, no,
No
sir.
email.
I will check. I
Check
will check it
check
to you.
email. And
Check.
so email you are getting one link. Just we need to click on that link. That's it. Activation purpose. Apart from this,
Oh,
no
okay.
need to do. If you are not clicking email, it won't activate.
Yeah,
Okay, you will
okay,
get
sir.
one email. Okay, so they
Oh,
are telling just click on this email. So your account should be activated like that. They will send one message. So you need to click on that link. That's it.
okay, sir.
Okay,
Okay, sir.
just check it. If you have any issues, uh, let us know. We'll
Sure,
see. Okay.
sure, sure.
Now
Okay.
see here. This is the instance, right? If you click, I will click on this instance. There is one option, security group. Here we can see what is the security group ID. This is 4 only. There it is showing 5. See here, EC, EC, EC. Now see here. So if you go to here, say snapshot security. Where is that? Here, right? Mm, Now while creating, so by default here these are the existing network KPI, right? So we can select anyone. This is the now if you new if you want to existing means we can select this is a new one actually. So if you click on existing security group means now it is visible up to 4 only. There is no 5. So we can see up to 4 only. There is no 5 up to 4 only. These are the security group. Now this is the storage and all. If you want to we can increase. So up to 30 GB there is no charge. If you give more than 30 GB, so they will charge it. Okay. So default for free tier, so only up to 30 GB, this is free only, recommended. Okay. So if you use more than 30 GB, see here the free tier customer can get up to 30 GB. See here, if you use more than 30 GB, they will charge. But anyway, mostly we are using 8 GB only, minimum GB enough. And some cases, if you want to, we can increase. So that's it. These are the some extra part. So yesterday, did I select anything here? నేను ఏదైనా సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్నానా నో రైట్ సో బై డిఫాల్ట్ ఆప్షన్స్ కమింగ్ సో జస్ట్ ఐ సెలెక్టెడ్ created the instance but real time we are not going to use the default one. So default AWS people, this is the IP address. So now we know what is VPC and how to create VPC and what is subnet, how to create subnet and all we'll see. I hope you got it right. Anyone any doubt here? So yesterday I selected only default one. I didn't create anything. నేను ఏదైనా create చేసినానా? No, right? So default VPC selected. VPC nothing but this is IP range. So every mission we have one IP, right? Clear. For example, this is my Windows mission. If you go here, how to see IP address here? Windows? Anyone? I want to see my mission IP address.
IP space yes.
IP config
Space A.
space IP space A na. Okay. This is Windows.
Only A సార్ ఐఫోన్ ఏ లేదు.
Only A. IP space A. Correct dana? Sorry, correct kada.
Yes, yes.
So here so
Okay.
IP config. If you use IP config Windows, this is the Windows, right? Now this is my IP. See here 192.168.1.0. This is the IP. This is the IP. And this is the domain. This is the subnet mask. This is the default gateway. Okay. Same way, yesterday I created one instance, right? One VM machine, AWS. AWS me create చేస్తే default గా ఒక IP ఇచ్చాడు. See here AWS people they are providing one IP. This is the default IP. This is the default public IP. అర్థమవుతుందా? So if we create any instance, by default, so these people they are providing one IP. This is the public IP. This is the public IP. And so AWS people they are providing this is the private IP. నేను ఏదైనా కాన్ఫిగర్ చేశానా yesterday? No, right? If we create any instance, by default it is coming. Got it? అర్థమైందా? బట్ రియల్ టైంలో డిఫాల్ట్ అనేది మనం వాడం మోస్ట్లీ. ఎందుకంటే అక్కడ మల్టిపుల్ సర్వర్స్ ఉంటాయి. మనకి ఎలా మెయింటైన్ చేస్తాం అక్కడ? సో నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ వెబ్ సర్వర్స్, నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ అప్లికేషన్ సర్వర్స్, అక్కడ మనకు చాలా సర్వర్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా. వెబ్ సర్వర్స్, అప్లికేషన్ సర్వర్స్, నెక్స్ట్ డిబి సర్వర్స్. జస్ట్ అజ్యూమ్ ఇలా ఉన్నాయి మనకి. సో వెబ్ సర్వర్స్, అప్లికేషన్ సర్వర్స్, డిబి సర్వర్స్. ఫర్ ఎవ్రీ సర్వర్ వీఆర్ ఫాలోయింగ్ సమ్ ఐపీ రేంజ్. అర్థమైందా? సో రియల్ టైంలో మనకి ఎలా వాడతాం? డిఫాల్ట్ ఎవరు వాడరు అక్కడ. మన ప్రాక్టీస్ పర్పస్ ఓకే, నవ్ వీ నో హౌ టు క్రియేట్. బట్ రియల్ టైంలో మనకి ఫర్ ఎవ్రీ వీఆర్ మెయింటైనింగ్ మల్టిపుల్ సర్వర్స్, డిబి సర్వర్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఫర్ ఈచ్ ప్రాజెక్ట్ డిఫరెంట్ సర్వర్స్ వీఆర్ మెయింటైనింగ్. ఫర్ ఈచ్ క్లయింట్ డిఫరెంట్ సర్వర్స్ వీఆర్ మెయింటైనింగ్. సో అండ్ ఆల్సో వీ నీడ్ టు, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ దిస్ ఈజ్ మై ఐపీ, రైట్? విండోస్ సేమ్ ఐపీ మీ సిస్టమ్కి ఉండొచ్చా, ఉండకూడదా? దిస్ ఈజ్ ద బేసిక్ పాయింట్, రైట్? దిస్ ఈజ్ మై సిస్టమ్ ఐపీ, మై ల్యాప్టాప్ ఐపీ. సో ఇదే ఐపీ మీ ల్యాప్టాప్ ఉంటుందా, వేరే ఐపీ ఉంటుందా?
Different IP.
So different IP. If we, this is the global, right? Worldwise, if we say, if you take this MAC ID, if you take this is somewhere, this is a MAC ID also. ఇవన్నీ ఇన్క్యూనెస్ అన్నమాట. ఇది ఉండొచ్చు మళ్ళీ డొమైన్, దిస్ ఇస్ సబ్నెట్ మాస్క్. ఈ ఐపీ చూసారనుకో మీకు డిఫరెంట్గా ఉంటుంది మీ మిషన్లో. సో ఎవ్రీ నెట్వర్క్ కార్డ్ దెర్ ఇస్ సమ్ MAC ID, and also they are assigning one IP worldwise. It won't so right, conflict. If you go to Google, so Google people also they are maintaining one IP, correct? Google IP address. So now they are maintaining some IP address. They are using so DNS name. They are using every domain. They are using some IPs and all. Now if you see what is my IP, what is my IP? Here also we are getting one IP address. This is my so this is my IP, my internet. So domain and all. So see here they are giving they are following some IP range. So simply understand this is the default IP. As of now, this is the default IP. We are not going to real time. We are not going to use. So we are going to create our own IP based on your organization. They are following some IP range. They are following some IP range. అర్థమైందా? So they are following. So general IP addresses there is four types: class A and class B, class C, like that. So first you need to understand class A, class B, class C, and class D. There is four types, four types, and every class we are some series. క్లాస్ ఏ అంటే ఒక నెంబర్ నుండి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. క్లాస్ బి అంటే ఒక నెంబర్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. క్లాస్ సి అంటే ఒక నెంబర్ నుంచి స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది. types of IP address. So even if you Google it, we will get so IP address classes. If we type, so see here, this is a class A, class B, class C. There is 5 types of classes. Click on anyone, we can understand. So now see here, so class A and private, class B and class C and class D and class C. Mostly we won't use this one. And that is, these are the types. Now, if you use class A IP address, just remember, only remember this one. If I use class A IP address, it will start 1.0.0.0 to 127.0. This is a class A. As of now, for time being, don't confuse here. మీరు ఎక్కడన్నా క్లాస్ ఏ ఈ ఐపీ అడ్రస్ చూసినారనుకో, సో వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఐపీ అడ్రస్ రేంజ్ హియర్? ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ఎనీవేర్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ దిస్ ఐపీ, సో విచ్ ఐపీ దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్? విచ్ ఐపీ? క్లాస్ ఏ, రైట్? మీరు ఎక్కడన్నా ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ఐపీ అడ్రస్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్, ఈ మధ్యలో ఐపీ చూసారంటే ఏదైనా సిస్టమ్కి, దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్ క్లాస్ ఏ. నవ్ గాట్ ఇట్? క్లియర్ సాయి? ఇఫ్ యూ సీ ఐపీ అడ్రస్ హియర్, మీరు ఏదైనా మిషన్కి ఈ ఐపీలో చూసారనుకో, ఈ రేంజ్లో, విచ్ ఐపీ దే ఆర్ యూజింగ్? క్లాస్ బి. నౌ ఇఫ్ యూ సీ సమ్వేర్ ఐపీ అడ్రస్ దిస్ రేంజ్ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్లో ఉండాలి, మీకు ఈ మధ్యలో ఉన్నింది అనుకో, సో వారు ఏ ఐపీ వాడుతున్నారు? క్లాస్ సి ఐపీ వాడుతున్నారు. ఇవన్నీ నెట్వర్క్ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ యాక్చువల్లీ. సో మీకు బీటెక్లో కానీ సమ్వేర్ వచ్చుంటాయి మీకు. నౌ దట్, నౌ దిస్ ఈజ్, దీని మించి ప్రస్తుతానికి ఏం గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవద్దండి. ఇఫ్ యూ డోంట్ నో, లీవ్ ఇట్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ యూజ్ దిస్ ఐపీ రేంజ్, నౌ గాట్ ఇట్. ఇఫ్ సమ్వేర్, ఇప్పుడు నా లోకల్ లోకల్ నాకేముంది ఇక్కడ? సో మై ఐపీ అడ్రస్ స్టార్ట్స్ విత్ 192.168.1.20. విచ్ క్లాస్ ఐపీ ఇది? వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ క్లాస్? నా ల్యాప్టాప్లో ఏ క్లాస్ ఐపీ ఉంది? ఏ, బి ఆర్ సి ఆర్ డి?
C.
సి. సో దట్స్ ఎనఫ్. బ్లైండ్లీ రిమెంబర్. సో ఇఫ్ సమ్వేర్ if we see 1 to 127 in between, that is class A IP address. If you see 128 to 171, that is class B IP address. If you see 192 to this range, this is class C, this is the class D. Mostly we are using. So total IP between 0 to 255 only. మీకు మొత్తం ఐపీ దేని బిట్వీన్లో ఉంటుంది? సో ఎంటైర్ ఐపీ ఇన్ బిట్వీన్ 0 to 255 ఓన్లీ. దీని మించి ఐపీలు యాడ్ ఉండవు మనకి. 0 to 255, 0 to 255, దట్ ఈజ్ నథింగ్ బట్ టోటల్ 256 ఐపీ ఓన్లీ. 256. ఓకే, ఇన్ బిట్వీన్లోనే ఉంటాయి మీకు ఐపీ. దిస్ ఈస్ ద బేసిక్ పాయింట్. ప్లీజ్ ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్. ఎనీ డౌట్ హియర్? నౌ come to our instance. Yesterday I created one instance, right? What is the IP address, private IP address? మన existing instance private IP address. So 172. So which IP they are using here? Class A or class B?
Class B.
Class B. That's it. Now see here, in between, so they are assigning one IP, AWS people. Now if you see public IP, so which class they are using for public? ఇక్కడ చూడండి మీకు, బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దిస్, ఇది ఏ ఐపీలో ఉంది? పబ్లిక్ ఐపీ. ఏ క్లాస్లో ఉంది? 13, రైట్? 13 మీన్స్ క్లాస్ ఏ, కరెక్టా? హలో, క్లియర్?
Yes, sir.
Anyone, any doubt here? This is very simple only, but this is the total networking IP address and all. So if already know, no problem. If you people, if you don't know it, simply understand this enough. So now already yesterday I didn't select anything by default. So for private IP they given class B, and for public IP they given class A. Now real time we are not following this default IPs and all. This IP is provided by AWS people. But this IP provided by AWS people, and mostly in the real-time organization we are following our own IP. So that and all based on organization. Based on organization, we are going to create one IP and we are assigning to that one. Now, if you go to here, so he was go to here. Now come to here. Now one more point. So AWS people they are providing, they are supporting up to 16 only. So here these are the some basics. I will share this document just to go through it. So now see here what is subnet means. This is the virtual private cloud. Sorry, what is VPC, virtual private cloud, and this is the virtual network within the AWS cloud. You can provisioning your own logically isolated section of AWS. If you want to create your own IP address, and that case you should go for VPC. And so these are the see here VPC also have few limited set of them. For example, you have to maximum 5 VPCs for region. This is very important. Now how many VPCs we can create one region? Right now I am in which region? Mumbai region. This is very important question, interview purpose. How many VPCs we can create one region? How many VPCs? Anyway, we'll see later. VPCs for region. So how many VPCs we can create? Only 5. So if you want to more, we need to contact with the AWS people. Now these are very important. Interview also many times they asked. Now these are the some of core components. So subnets, route table, dynamic security groups, and NACL, network access control. We'll see this and all. So now if you go here, now this is like now see here. Now so this is the AWS. Now I am in AWS. Now if we give VPC by default, so it is coming by default it is supporting it is support 16 only. So here total actually this IP address divided by 4 parts. So 68 fours are, so this is the 8 bit, this is the 8 bit, this is also 8 bit, and this is also 8 bit. This is the total 8 fours are total 32 bit only. We'll see later this one. For time being just I am showing. Okay, now 16 bits means they are giving a slash 16, right? 16 means this is the one. Now same way we can pass like this also, 10 dot. సో దీని మీనింగ్ ఏమంటే, సో హౌ మెనీ host missions we can create. So if I give 10.0.0.0/16, how many host missions I can create with this IP? Very simple. దాని మీన్స్ మీరేం don't so think beyond. Okay. So mostly I am also this using this IP calculator. If you use IP calculator, we can easily understand IP calculator. IP calculator. ఇప్పుడు ఒక IP ఇచ్చినారు. ఆ ఐపీకి ఇప్పుడు వాడు ఇచ్చిన ఐపీ ఏంది మనకి 10.0.0.0. సో ఇక్కడ /16 ఇచ్చినాడు. సో దీన్ని బేస్ చేసుకొని ఎన్ని హోస్ట్ మిషన్ మనం కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయొచ్చు. హౌ మెనీ హోస్ట్ మిషన్స్ నౌ గాట్ ఇట్. ఇఫ్ యూ క్లిక్ ఆన్ దిస్, if you click on this, now we can count here how many host machine we can configure. Now got it. 65,534. ఇది ఎలా వస్తుంది? Anyone? How we can calculate this IP address? ఇప్పుడు నేను this is the one IP. Okay, this is the class A IP, and I given so network mask 24. So this is the host network ID I given this, and the network mask I given this, and I want to know how many missions I can create. అంటే ఎన్ని ఐపీలు వస్తాయి, this many IPs. So if you want to simply calculate 2 power this mask n-1 క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తే మీకు అన్ని వస్తాయి ఇక్కడ. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఇయర్ నేను 24 ఇచ్చాను. 24 నెట్వర్క్ మాస్క్ 24. ఇఫ్ యూ క్యాలిక్యులేట్, మీరు ఎన్ని హోస్ట్లు కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయొచ్చు చూడండి ఇక్కడ. ఎన్ని మిషన్లు కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయొచ్చు? హోస్ట్ నథింగ్ బట్ వన్ మిషన్. ఎన్ని ఐపీలు వస్తాయి మీకు ఇలా? గాట్ ఇట్. Hello, this many host. For example, నేను 20 ఇచ్చినాను లేదా 30 ఇచ్చాను. How many host missions we can configure? See here, only 2 missions. సో రియల్ టైం ఎలా క్యాలిక్యులేట్ చేస్తారు? బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దిస్ ఐపీ అంటే వాళ్ళకి ఆర్గనైజేషన్, దిస్ ఈజ్ మై ఆర్గనైజేషన్. సో నా ఇఫ్ యూ గో హియర్, దిస్ ఈజ్ మై ఆర్గనైజేషన్, ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ వీఆర్ యూజింగ్. నాకు ఒక 100 మిషన్స్ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయాలి లేదా ఒక 20 మిషన్స్ కాన్ఫిగర్ చేయాలి. సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దిస్, సో వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు గివ్ దిస్ ఐపీ రేంజ్ అండ్ ఆల్. ఓకే, so this is very simple only, but we need to understand. So for like we'll see later that one. First we'll see this is the AWS and this is the VPC. So this is the virtual private cloud. This is provided by AWS people. So within this VPC we can create multiple so instances. Now here it is coming one availability zone. What is availability zone? What is a region? You know, right? Region is nothing but physical location. Just assume this is my Mumbai region. Just assume this is my Mumbai region. In Mumbai region I have availability zones. In Mumbai region how many availability zones available? Last class we discussed, right? You know, మన ముంబైలో
Two,
టూ.
two.
So this is assume this is availability zone 1, this is availability zone 2. So wherever you want we can create. Now there is a one router and there is one internet gateway. We'll see later. మీరు మన మీకు ఎవరైనా నెట్ వాడుతూ ఉంటారు కదా, సో ఇంటర్నెట్ బ్రాడ్బ్యాండ్. మన బ్రాడ్బ్యాండ్ కూడా ఏం చేస్తాడు, మనకి ఇంటర్నెట్ కావాలంటే ఒక రౌటర్ ఇస్తాడు, ఒక బాక్స్ లాగా. చూసారా?
Yes, sir.
సో మీకు ఆ బాక్స్ నుంచి మన బాక్స్ని తీసేసినాం అనుకో, మీకు ఇంటర్నెట్ వస్తుందా? నో, రైట్?
Radu.
సో నౌ దిస్ ఈజ్ ఇంటర్నెట్ గేట్వే అనమాట. సో ఇంటర్నెట్ గేట్వే ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ నుండి మీకు ఇంటర్నెట్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ మాకు బాక్స్ ఇస్తాడు, రౌటర్. రౌటర్ అంటే నాకు ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం అయితే ఒక మిషన్ వాడతాం లేదా 2 వాడతాం. మనకి బై డిఫాల్ట్గా 4 పోర్ట్స్ ఉంటాయి మీకు రౌటర్లో. చూడండి మీకు బాక్స్లో బ్యాక్ సైడ్ బై డిఫాల్ట్గా 4, 3 ఎంత ఇచ్చుంటాడు. సో బేస్డ్ ఆన్ దిస్ వీ కెన్ యూజ్ దట్ మెనీ కనెక్షన్స్. కరెక్టా? అర్థమైందా? ఫిజికల్గా మీరు ఫిజికల్గా కేబుల్ కనెక్ట్ చేయాలంటే బ్యాక్ సైడ్ మీకు పోర్ట్లు ఇచ్చుంటారు, 3 కానీ 4 కానీ సంథింగ్. క్లియర్? సో మనం ఏం చేస్తాం, వైఫై ద్వారా వాడతాం. మనం మామూలుగా మనం ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం, టోటల్ మనం వైఫై వాడతాం కాబట్టి వీ కెన్ కనెక్ట్ మల్టిపుల్ ఇన్స్టెన్సెస్. కరెక్ట్? So this is the internet gateway, this is route table. We'll see later. Now simply understand this is the AWS. So AWS people provided VPC. So VPC is nothing but this is the IP range. Simply if you want VPC is nothing but this is the default VPC provided by AWS people. They are giving one IP range. If you want to we can change this. This is the subnets. So which subnet? So each availability zone I am going to create one public or private like this. Now if you go here, so subnet is nothing but this is the IP address range. Subnet is nothing but IP address range. And VPC, here VPC is nothing but VC, right? This is a virtual private cloud, and within that we can create VPC is always created by CA/CADR block. So AWS people support only 16 onwards. It won't support 8 and all. And if you give 16, and it means it will support 65,536 IP address we can configure. Just now I shown, right, a IP calculator. So like way. Okay, now these all are, this is some basics, and coming classes we'll see. For the time being just understand అంటే ఐపీ అడ్రస్ ఇవ్వాలి, ఎలా ఇవ్వాలి. సో దిస్ ఈజ్ ద ఇంటర్నెట్ గేట్వే. దిస్ ఈజ్ ద హారిజంటల్ స్కేల్డ్ random highly availability Amazon components communicate between the instances in our Amazon VPC and internet. మనకి VPC నుండి ఇంటర్నెట్ కనెక్ట్ అవ్వాలంటే సో వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు యూస్ వన్ ఇంటర్నెట్ గేట్వే. అండ్ సేమ్ వే route table. So somewhere they are using route table also. So with the help of that and all connection. So like this how it will connect. See here, this is internet to internet gateway, this is IGW, and it will go to route table. From route table to you will connect to which instance you want to connect. So what I'm going to do, so I'm going to create like this. Don't save. So just assume so this is the AWS, right? Just assume this is the VPC, and so this is the AWS people creating, this is the AWS. Clear? So this is the AWS. ఈ ఆర్కిటెక్చర్ అర్థమైందంటే నథింగ్. ఓకే, దిస్ ఈజ్ ద విపిసి, వర్చువల్ ప్రైవేట్ క్లౌడ్. So inside VPC, so we can create just assume this is Mumbai region. This is the region 1 and this is the availability zone ADW1. I can give anything. Okay, I am giving availability zone 1. Okay, availability is availability zone 1 and so just assume this is the AP. ముంబైలో 2 అవైలబిలిటీ జోన్స్ ఉన్నాయి మనకి కరెక్టా. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద అవైలబిలిటీ జోన్ 2. అవైలబిలిటీ జోన్ 2. ఓకే, నౌ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు క్రియేట్ వన్ సబ్నెట్. This is the availability zone. Here I am going to create one subnet, whichever subnet. Just assume this is a public subnet and this is a private subnet. So just assume we can create two ways. We'll see later what is public, what is this is a public. Public means directly we can connect. Private subnet names directly we cannot connect. That is only difference. Public property. What is public property? Anyone can? What is this? So public means
Anyone can.
anyone can use it, correct? Private means so private subnet means only authorized. Only authorized people can access. Okay. Now here VPC range I am giving our own VPC. Which IP range you want to give? That is your wish, guys. So I am going to give one IP range VPC. Uh, Whatever you want based on already we discussed, right? We can give any IP range. Okay, we can give any IP range. So which IP you want? Tell me anyone. Class A or Class B? Class C. Already you know, right? Some 0 to 1 to 127 Class A, 1 to 27 to 192 Class B, 192 to so that Class C. Next remaining Class D. So whatever you want. For example, I am giving like this slash. I am following same only 16. Okay. So how many host machines we can configure here? If I give this IP, how many missions we can configure? 65,536 missions we can configure, correct? Now, this is the VPC, main network. This is a subnet. Subnet is nothing but so IP range. Which IP you want for this subnet? Now, I am giving here, just assume 10 dot 10 dot. For example, I am giving 1.0.0/24. Now, if you go here, how many missions we can configure here? Check it. Now I'm giving this is my range. So 10.1.0/0 and here I'm giving 24. Okay, if you click calculate, how many host missions we can configure? 256. Any range we can, that is your wish. Now here I'm giving this is subnet, right? For this subnet I'm giving so this range 10.2.0.0/24. We'll see next what is what this and all IP. Just I'm giving. So this is the IP range. And I am going to create instance here. I am going to create my instance here. This is actual VM mission. So this is my VM. This is my instance. This is the VM1 and this is the VM2. This is the internal architecture. మన ఆఫీస్ లో కూడా ఇలానే ఉంటుంది VM2. Now got it. So this is the AWS. Under AWS, they are VPC. Under VPC, we are going to create subnets. Under subnet, we are going to create our instance. So if I create any instance in this subnet, so which IP coming for this EVM? Anyone at least guess it? ఇప్పుడు నేను ఈ సబ్నెట్లో నా ఇన్స్టెన్స్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తున్నాను. ఏ ఐపీ వస్తుంది? మై ఇన్స్టెన్స్ ఐపీ. ఈ subnet, this is my subnet. Subnet is nothing but IP range. Simply understand. We'll see later. So this is my subnet IP. In this subnet, I am going to create one instance. ఇప్పుడు నా ఇన్స్టెన్స్ కి ఏ ఐపీ వస్తుంది? డిఫాల్ట్ ఐపీ వస్తుందా? ఏడు కాన్ఫిగర్ చేసిన ఐపీ వస్తుందా? గాట్ ఇట్? అర్థమవుతుందా? ఎనీవన్, ఇప్పుడు నా ఇన్స్టెన్స్ కి ఏ ఐపీ వస్తుంది? డిఫాల్ట్ ఐపీ వస్తుందా? దిస్ మనం ఇప్పుడు ఏదో ఒక ఐపీ ఇక్కడ సెట్ చేసాం కదా, ఈ ఐపీ రేంజ్ లో వస్తుందా? ఇక్కడ ఇచ్చిన ఐపీ రేంజ్ లో. హలో, శివ, ఏ ఐపీ వస్తుంది? ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ ఐపీ వస్తుందా, నాకు ఈ ఐపీ వస్తుందా? నేను ఇచ్చిన ఐపీ వినిపిస్తా ఉందా, వినిపించలేదా? ఎవ్రీ వన్
సార్
సైలెంట్. ఏ ఐపీ వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ? మన ఇన్స్టెన్స్కి ఏ ఐపీ వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ మనం ఏ ఐపీ అయితే ఇచ్చామో ఈ ఐపీ రేంజ్లోనే ఇక్కడ డిస్ప్లే అవుతుంది. నవ్వు గాటెట్ట అసలు ఎందుకు మనం క్రియేట్ చేయాలి?
ఓకే.
డిఫాల్ట్గా ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ పీపుల్ ఇస్తాడు. ఆ ఐపీ అవసరం లేదనుకుంటే వీఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు క్రియేట్ అవర్ ఓన్ ఐపీ. నౌ సీ హియర్. సో ఆల్రెడీ this is the instance. So for this instance already AWS people they are providing one IP 172. It starts with 172. I don't want this IP. I want my own IP. For that only, right, we need to go for VPC, we need to go for subnet. Clear? What's IE? Got it? Anyone any doubt here? We are going to create our own IP. We are going to create our own IP, and we are going to create our own subnet. We are going to create instance in the particular subnet. Clear? ఇప్పుడు నేను సింపుల్గా ఒక సబ్నెట్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తాను, దట్స్ ఇట్. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు డూ ఎనీథింగ్, వీ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్. సో హౌ టు క్రియేట్ సబ్నెట్? ఇఫ్ యూ గో హియర్, just search VPC. First, if you want to create a VPC subnet, which is mandatory here, సబ్నెట్ అనేది ఎక్కడ క్రియేట్ చేసినాను? అండర్ VPC ఆర్ అవుట్ సైడ్ VPC? అట్లీస్ట్ నేను సబ్నెట్ క్రియేట్ చేశాను, నా సబ్నెట్లు 2 క్రియేట్ చేశాను. అండర్ VPCలో ఉంటాయా, అవుట్ సైడ్ VPCలో ఉంటాయా హైరార్కీ?
Inside.
Inside VPC. So without VPC we cannot create subnet. That is the basic point. Okay. Now see here, there is one option. If you click on your VPC, there is one option VPC. Now, so now see here, it is asking VPC settings. Now see here, resource creation, VPC only, VPC and more, and these are the some options. Now it is giving also give tag name. Tag name means, okay, anyway, I'm going to share this document. We can follow, I'm following same thing. There is no confusion. Now see here, there is, I'm going to create one VPC. I'm going to create one VPC, and VPC is already, I given some high level, so notes and all, just follow same thing. Okay. So now create VPC and VPC name, whatever VPC name you want, we can create. So now go to here. Now I'm going to here. So VPC, this is the tag name, guys. We can give anyone. Now I'm using, so this is the dev VPC, dev hyphen VPC, any name. This is the tag name, right? Now this is CIDR black. What is CIDR black? Full form, anyone? CIDR, classless. What is this full form? One or two guys they asked. Hello? What is Ramya? Clear? Classless? Classless inter-domain routing, CIDR. This is the IP range we are going to give. This is the classless inter-domain routing. Okay, we'll see later. Now I'm giving IP range. We can give whatever you want. So I'm going to give same thing. I'm going to give same thing, whatever you want. So whichever IP you want, we can create. That is your wish. I'm going to here. I'm giving my IP range this one. So 10.1.0.0.16. How many IPs we can create here? If you want to 2 power 16, or else just go to here, we can check it. Now see here, this many IPs we can invalid. What is this? Not copied. This one, right? Okay. Now 16 here. I'm giving range, right? This many host missions we can configure. Okay. I'm giving only for follow same thing. Later we can configure whatever you want. Now I'm giving this one. I'm giving this one. I'm copy and paste it. Now this is see here. No, if you want to, we can change it. I am not going to change. So this is tenancy default. Leave it. And these are the tag names. I given only. Create VPC. That's it. Creation and all very simple, guys. VPC creation and all very simple. But before creating VPC, we need to వీ నీడ్ టు ఫైండ్ అంటే నాకు ఐపీ ఎలా ఉండాలి, విపిసికి ఐపీ ఎలా ఉండాలి, ఇవన్నీ మనం ముందే సెట్ చేసుకోవాలి. నౌ సీ హియర్ యువర్ విపిసి, VPC is created. What is my VPC IP range I given? 10.1.0.0.16. Now my VPC is created. This part is done. I need to create one subnet. So now I need to create subnet. If you want to create subnet, first we need to select the VPC. Otherwise it won't work. Now see here, quickly I am going to create one subnet. Now go to subnets. See here, subnet. So these all are the default subnet or customized subnet. Already three subnets available. Anyone guess it? These are default subnets or I created
Default.
default subnets. Okay. Now I'm going to create one subnet. So there is right side top create subnet. Now it is asking. See here, which is mandatory? If you want to create subnet, which is mandatory?
VPC.
VPC is the mandatory. This
VPC.
is the badge. Okay. Now select your VPC. Which is your VPC here? This one or this one? మనం క్రియేట్ చేసిన VPC
Dev,
ట్యాగ్ నేమ్
dev,
చూడండి, IP అడ్రస్ ఆల్సో చూసుకోండి. See, this is my VPC. Now this is now give the subnet name whatever you want. This is the tag name, right? I am using, and subnet dev dev hyphen subnet one. This is your wish. Dev hyphen public subnet, right? I am using public hyphen subnet. Whatever you want, we can give it. This is your wish. Any name we can give, but we are following some naming convention. Dev hyphen and so public hyphen. I am giving subnet one. Okay, subnet one. Now availability zone. So just assume this is the south. What is this availability zone? Just assume AP hyphen SOUTH south hyphen 1A, right? And total మనకి how many subnets? South. నాకు ముంబైలో ఎన్ని రీజన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, 2 అవైలబిలిటీ జోన్స్ ఉన్నాయి. ఒకటి వచ్చే సో దిస్ వన్ అండ్ ఏపీ ఎస్ సౌత్ hyphen 1B. ఓకే, వేర్ యూ వాంట్ టు క్రియేట్ దిస్ సబ్నెట్. మీకు సబ్నెట్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలి, ఏ అవైలబిలిటీ జోన్లు క్రియేట్ చేయాలి. సో దిస్ అవైలబిలిటీ జోన్ ఆర్ దిస్ అవైలబిలిటీ జోన్. Now we can see drop down here also. So here we can see, now I'm in which region? Mumbai only, right? Now where is that subnet done? Availability zone. Now see here, three already we have three available. A 1B 3 also available Mumbai. So three available, we can select where you want to create. One A, B or C. That is your wish, guys. Select anyone. Okay. Okay. Next, what is the range? Which IP range you want to give? Which IP range you want to give for subnet? So 1.10.1.0.0.24. Correct. Same thing I am going to here. 10.1.1.0.0/24. Okay. Now here also we can see how many IP address it is providing. ఎన్ని ఇస్తుంది ఇది ఇక్కడ? 256 IPs ఇస్తుంది. VPCలో చూసినారనుకో ఎన్ని IPs ఇచ్చింది అక్కడ? 65,536. That's it. This is the tag name and remaining and all optional only. Just create it. Now see here, your subnet is created. Now check it here, subnet. See, this is my subnet name and this is my subnet name, and so this is VPC and this is your subnet ID. So if you create any subnet or if you create any VPC, so for every VPC we have one ID, and same way every subnet we have one ID, and this is the VPC ID, this is the subnet. Suppose if you want to one more subnet, now see here, create subnet and select VPC. Which VPC? This VPC. I am going to, so for example, test hyphen public subnet 2 I am giving. So where you want to create, which availability zone you want to create. So I want to create B, wherever you want we can. So what is the range? IP range you want. Hmm. 10.2.0.0 / I'm giving 24. That's it. Now see, create VPC subnet. What is this? What it is saying? CA serial domain within the VPC only. Okay. Here I am giving one dot. Okay. So okay. Now I'm giving this one within the same block I am creating. Create, or you can create your two whatever you want. We can give for difference. Now see here subnets. Now so I created two subnets. For two subnets VPC is same. Now got it. Now same diagram. This is my VPC. Under this VPC I created this one and all. I created this one. This IP and all our wish, guys. Whatever IP you want we can give it. But this is the hierarchy. We need to follow hierarchy. If you want to create any subnet, first we need to create VPC. So VPs and all we are going to select which range. AWS people they are they are right, supporting 16 onwards only. Next class I will show you more on this. Just I want to show something, that's what I am showing. Okay. Now I created one VPC. I created two subnets. Now quickly I am going to create one instance. See here, go to EC2. EC2, my IP is coming or not, just I want to show. Now click on instance, and so click on launch instance and click on instance name. Who give any name, DevOps underscore VM3 I am giving. Okay. Same Linux, and free tier is enough for me. Key pair is this one, and so here come to edit. If you are not selected anything, by default it is selecting default VPC. No, I want to select my VPC. See here, select your VPC and select subnet. So which subnet you want to create? So one, see here, subnet 1 or subnet 2. I want to create subnet 1. Remaining and all we'll see next class. Just leave it, don't change anything, leave it launch instance. What is the error? You have requested more CPU's capacity than your current CPC. Allow one instance is specified. One I'm going to delete. Actually free tier I'm using, right? So already I'm using more than, just I'm going to shut down. I don't want this one. My free tier almost completed. That is reason it is saying we don't have option to select multiple. Okay. Now launch instance. Only one instance, right? Anything? Refresh it. Only one I have, right? Only one I have. So that's it. Now create launch instance. I'm going to select dev apps hyphen VM, and this is I'm going to select free tier only. mm, Free tier eligibility only two I have. Amazon Linux, 3 AMI EBS. Okay. Now this is one CPU enough, and click on edit. Select my VPC and select my subnet wherever you want. Okay, click on launch instance. Existing key pair, launch instance. Okay, here instance I didn't set. Existing instance, launch instance. Now see here, instance is created. Instance is created. So here what we need to check, only IP address, whether I given one IP address, whether that IP address is coming or not. That's it, the story. Click on the instance. Now see here, what is this IP? My IP or not? So for subnet I given, right, 10.1.0. something. So in between it is display or not? So this is the AWS, this is the default VPC, this is the AWS provided IP address or my IP address. Hmm. Which one? నేను ఇచ్చిన ఐపీ వచ్చిందా ఏడబ్ల్యూఎస్ ఐపీ వచ్చిందా previous that IP is different, right? 172 something IP range, but this is IP address 10 dot 10 means, so this is my subnet IP. See here, whatever IP I given here, same IP, so it is coming here. If I create so many missions here, so here we can see only this IP range only. I hope you got it right. Anyone any doubt here? Our total so concept is here. If you go here, where is this? This is AMI, and this and all key OK, and IP address. We'll see few more things now coming to here. IP details, IP address. Just refresh it. Once instance is ready, we can see public IP also. So this is the private IP. This is the private IP. So dynamically it is coming one IP range. So it is coming this IP. Now see check it 10.1.0. This and all it is coming dynamic only. If you want to, we can give that IP fixed IP also. That is your wish. Clear guys? Now got it. So why you go for VPC subnet and all? If you don't want to work with the default VPC default subnet, but real time 100% we are following our own IP only. So that is the reason we need to understand what is VPC and also how it will work. VPC is the virtual private cloud. VPC is the virtual private cloud, and so here by default AWS people they are providing one network. I don't want this one. Now see here they are giving 172.31.0.0. This is the default VPC. I am not going to work with this VPC. We are going to work with our own VPC. So I created one own VPC and I created our own subnets. I created two subnets. So see here, this is the IP range, my subnet IP range. So this is the one more subnet. This is the IP range. So this is the IP range. Okay. So now within this subnet, I created my instance. If we create any instance in the subnet, so that instance get the same IP only, same IP range. This is the whole story. Clear guys? Anyone any doubt? What's I hope at least you got some idea, right? Ashish, clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is only we completed two parts. You know how to create VPC, you know how to create subnet. So there is one more part missing. Next class we'll see. What that and all? One more. What is this? This is the route table, and one more is internet gateway. Now got it? So how that is coming from? If you get the internet means it is coming here. From here it will routing table is the rules. It will send request to which VPC you want to connect. This is the story. Now as of now we complete only two. Next class will this is the internet gateway. This is the route table. Route table is nothing but that is a set of rules. నాకు ఇన్కమింగ్ వచ్చింది నేను రిక్వెస్ట్ ఎవరికి పంపించాలి my VPC is my instance is running here. Whether you want to connect this instance or whether you want to connect this instance, this and all handled by so route table. This is the RTZ RT route table, and there is one more IZW. What is IZW? Internet gateway. So shortcut IZW. Internet gateway. Shortcut IZW. Okay. So next class we'll see this how to create and how to attach this and all. I hope you got some idea, right? I know 100% if you're not understanding, at least how it will work. So man ఎలా create చేయాలి if you want to. But real time already if someone is created, no need to worry. Just you need to understand. లేదు. So if you want to create scratch level, so that case we need to know